phone service. Self-destructive, sometimes it seems like it's on purpose. My biggest fear is going through life with the wrong person. Questioning, is it all worth it? When you think of death, do you get all nervous? I spend my life trying to shine through them drawn curtains, tucking all my problems, pretending like it was all perfect. Then love yours hit me. The grass is always greener, I need to cherish you with me. Complicated love, it feel like Bobby next to Whitney. I need someone in the spotlight just so I know that they get me. I'm wishy-washy, lost my confidence. I never turned to faith, always moved off of common sense. I let my happiness only stem from accomplishments, and now I'm falling off, so I'm suffering from the consequence. The more I'm speaking positive, the less they listen. And the more that I'm evolving, they just reminiscing. And the more I get rejected, then the less I do. I lost my love for this shit, and I blame you. I'm soul searching. Soul searching. I'm soul searching. Oh no, no. Soul searching. Soul searching. I'm soul searching. Yo, I'm digging deeper than I ever did. Mama wasn't sure about me, glad she let me live. Imagine what would happen if she never did. A lot of people in positions that I left them in. I think about my fears, how they instilled in me. What's real for you was never real for me. What you do in 20 years, I do it in a week. And what I always hoped to be, I already achieved. But now these people questioning my skills. I'm questioning myself cause they ain't copping what I sell. I'm reaching out for help but don't nobody got the answers. I'm begging for a change, I'm finally praying I can feel. I'm going through the motions cause I'm paying all the bills. I got it in the moment so I might as well just chill. But that ain't never been me, it's a frenzy in my mind. Will I see the other side? Maybe only time will tell. I won't let you linger in my mind. Look for peace and then I find I can see the signs everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Whoa. Whoa. I won't make you read between the lines. You can see it in my eyes this time. It's gotta be enough. It's gotta be enough. Whoa. We just can't keep going back and forth. Started to be a fucking joke on the low, no, I just can't go. You gotta leave me alone. You just can't keep popping up like ads. I'm the best you ever had, that's a fact, girl. But you gotta know, this ain't how this supposed to go. Out of my sight, you out of my life. Blocked your number, I did that twice. Can't fall back to the same old patterns. That's another play that I can't recite, can't rewrite, can't rewind. But I gotta make that change this time. Always gonna feel like you still mine. I'm always gonna feel like you still mine. But I gotta dip, girl, you a trip. Used to take trips, had you all in the mix. Often we on, here and then we gone. Stop by your crib just to get that fix. Gave you that whoa, but that ain't healthy. Always gave in, I just couldn't help it. Gotta move on now, I can't be selfish. Can't believe all the shit that you dealt with, but I won't let you linger in my mind. Look for peace and then I find I can see the signs everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Whoa. I won't make you read between the lines. You can see it in my eyes this time. It's gotta be enough. It's gotta be enough.
Good morning. Oh, maybe that's way too loud. Okay, we'll turn it down. Oh, hold on. We'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. Good morning. I made a big oopsie today, and I left my phone in my girlfriend's car. So, luckily, I have two phones, so it's not all bad. But, so I gotta leave pretty soon to go grab that. But I wanted to stop in, check up on the trade. We had a little bit of a pump today, which I'm not too scared about. It's unfortunate to see the unrealized profit go down by almost half. I think I was at like 430 bucks on this trade last night, or the day of, and then we shot up, and now we're at 266 on it. Did you forget something? Yeah, I forgot something. So you're on lunch right now? What are you talking about? You told me 12:50. 12:30 to 12:40. Fuck. All right, well, if you're at lunch right now, I don't think I'll be able to make it in time. But I can either see you before work or you're dropping off to work. I'll be fine. It's in writing. What are you talking about? I said, I'll try to make it there for lunch. 11:50, right? And then you said, no, it's usually 12:30 to 12:40. Just depends on when my teacher lets us out. Look at it. God dang it. That's unfortunate. But good catch, Sky Knight. It did say finished. I just clicked too fast and see which one I was putting on. But another interesting opportunity that I kind of looked over last night as I was talking to somebody was Sol. Sol had a really good short on it that we pointed out before everything dumped. You just swipe down, hit Discord, and then you hit our messages. LBank new exchange. No, so I use both exchanges. BuyDeFi is what my main is on now. LBank I still use for like smaller trades. So we still use BuyDeFi. BuyDeFi is still like my main operator. But nonetheless, Sol. Sol had a pretty decent ABC opportunity up here. A little bit rocky. On this time frame, it wasn't going to be a great opportunity in terms of like how many stops you would have. We did put in the ABC a couple times here. With Bitcoin looking like it's going to continue, Sol, from a macro perspective, if we fail, which we are deathly close to doing, Sol doesn't have any support regions. I mean, we have a tiny bit here at 63. We have a tiny bit here at 59, or $50.99. You know, call it 51. But for all intents and purposes, this is pretty much a straight shot. If we're looking at the significant local lows, we're looking at about $80, $78 to $17.38. So that is a significant deal because that is 80%. So even if, let's say, for example, we don't see 17, let's say that we see like half the range, that's still 64%, 50 to 64%, which with shorts, we're only typically looking for about a 50% before we start pulling profit. So it's not something that like I'm completely sold on, because at the moment it's a little bit of a tricky situation. You do have to cut down to a smaller time frame. I don't know. I don't know if we are going to fall from here or we're going to have to build out another structure. Let me look at BTC just to make sure. I would like to think that this is a retest and then continuation, but we definitely should be falling quite significantly from this retest. It should be a plummet, because for all intent, it's basically a double top off of a previous support, confirming resistance. Nothing underneath us. There's nothing holding us up right now. So cutting down to a smaller time frame and playing short does increase our odds, but yet when you deal with something like Sol, it's a little bit hard to kind of land that entry. So for all transparency, I think I've been trying to enter Sol for about a day, and it's been a little bit of a struggle because I tried to enter down here, so that's 2 stops, 3 stops here, and then this will be my 4th entry that I am on now. Each of those entries have been roughly about $20, $25. Now that we have a more significant structure, I increased it just by a couple dollars, and I am playing on a higher leverage here. So definitely could get stopped out here pretty shortly. But this is the setup that I'm currently playing off of at the moment. We have uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, ABC. So this is the only smaller time frame ABC at the moment that's of any significance. So that entry point is going to be roughly about $84.55. A little bit below, a little bit above, a little bit below. Wouldn't be too bad.
Call me an OG now, so don't be surprised if I peace out. I'm talking about 10 years touring. I think I'ma take me another route. I think that I might take your mother out. Cause my family, I'm taking your brother out. Coming at me, you might as well cut it out. And they know I'm a
Dang it, Kenzie.
They call me an OG now, so don't be surprised if I peace out. I'm talking about 10 years doing this. I think I'ma take me another route. I think that I might take your mother out. Cause my family, I'm taking your brother out. Coming at me.
I was gonna go out to eat a little bit earlier, but I was like, no, I'll just wait until she's on lunch. But it's no big deal. I still have a phone to work with. We'll get through the day.
Yo, listen close while I lace track, take you way back. You finally found a needle in the haystack. The mode, I'ma break that. That's a promise, no take backs. In my raps, all I do is state facts. I'm here for revival. We survive states of emergency. They heard of me as the greatest. I'm taking back.
XMR had such a good looking ABC as well. I mean, that one's textbook. All right, besides the A wave. The A wave is a little bit rough here. But you see the B wave? The B wave is exact. ABC. C wave, ABC, and then it creates the larger structure, and we're seeing the continuation come off of it. He said, bruh, why are you on 100x? All right. We should be at the point now where leverage shouldn't matter. All right. It's all about what your risk is versus what you have. So 100x leverage doesn't change anything. All it does is make it so that I can take a little tiny bit of my stack and use it appropriately. My stop loss is my liquidation point, and that is going to be $85.33. So I'm using a 1% stop loss at the moment, roughly. A little bit less because obviously aftermarket fees comes down a bit. And there was someone that was pissed off the other day that I was using $20 as margin, which to me doesn't make sense. So like if I was on 5x leverage and I wanted to make a $4,000 trade, I would be using like what, $800 of margin, but then I would make the same exact amount of money as a $20 margin trade. So I don't understand that point. You know, if we hit the trade, we still make $1,300. That's not too shabby. I know it's not insane and we're not making 40 grand, but this is a scalp. Okay. We have a larger trade. All right. We've been holding that larger trade, but, let me see if I can find it real quick. Back to stop losses, liquidations. A lot of the times when I make trades now, they're on my phone and I'm at work. So having a stop loss as a liquidation point, it's just an extra step that just gets me out of the way. No, this guy, look. I don't see your reply. But no, he said if this dude resulting to taking $20 trades doesn't speak volumes to you guys, can't be helped at this point. It's comforting to see the views of these amateur YouTubers plummet though. My views plummet because I'm inconsistent, and I don't hype. I just trade. I just make sense. People don't like make sense. They like to make dollars, or at least think that they're going to make dollars. All right. It sickens me how these people can hide behind simply saying the phrase "entertainment purposes only." I don't say that constantly. I just say like, "Hey, I'm not responsible for your stuff." All right. You can follow my trades, but if you cut your profits too early or you DCA into a losing trade, that stuff I can't help. And then feed off the easily influence and also cost them hard-earned dollars. If they're like, in what fucking world? Either one, they watch the stream, and that was the stream where we would, I wouldn't say dogging on CryptoFace, but it was poking fun, you know. That's all it was. So maybe he got offended, and then found something to say. But that tells me that he doesn't watch my channel. Because I personally don't believe that any of the larger channels have broken down these steps of risk management as well as I have. There might be a couple that I just haven't seen. But you go out there and you look at CryptoFace, you go out there and you look at some of the other larger trading channels, you will not find a tutorial on A to Z of how to make sure that you do not screw up. So but to answer your question a little bit further on why I'm on 100x leverage, maybe you're a little bit newer. So I wouldn't say in the beginning. It definitely took me probably a year and a half to 2 years to look at leverage differently. So in the beginning, I used leverage as a tool to gamble, essentially increasing my risk substantially. But if you use leverage correctly, then leverage no longer matters. Leverage now becomes a tool, not a hindrance. So if you have $10,000 and you use what someone would find as a respectable margin, say 10%, and then you risk 10% of that 10%, which is 1% of the whole. I know that's a little bit of a word jumble, but if you go look up Kite risk reward calculator on Google, you'll find it, and you can type in these numbers yourself, and it can help figure it out. But essentially, what you're doing is you now have a stop loss. So my stop loss is going to be 1% because I don't feel like dealing with a trade that's not working out. It either works or it doesn't. If not, I don't want to sit there and just wait. So that would give you a leverage of 10. If you're using 10% margin with 10% risk, a 1% risk from the whole. All right. Now, let's say that you want to go ahead and instead of putting, let's say your average amount of times that you get stopped is 4 or 5 times. All right. That means that in order to make an effective trade, you're going to need to keep about $5,000 on the exchange, which is half of your total portfolio. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you that's not a great idea to keep half of your money on a website. All right. You should only be keeping roughly maybe 15% of your total stack on a website at a time. Because although I trust LBank, I trust Buy DeFi, there's never a world where something bad doesn't happen. They can do everything correctly. They could be an outstanding business model, but for some reason, there was a security breach and those wallets get rugged, yours included. So to have 50% of your money on there, you don't want to do that. So leverage now becomes a tool to keep your money safe and then still allow you to effectively trade the market as if you had a lot of your money on the website. So if we broke this down and we change this to, 1% with 100%, you can see that I'm now risking, or my margin is 1% of my total portfolio, which if you go to any respectable YouTube channel, they're going to tell you, hey, a good number to shoot for risk would be 1%. Now, if you do all the math and you track your trades and you punch everything into Kelly Criterion, you can quickly find out that if your trading strategy is well off, you can bump that up to a 2, 3%, even 4% or 5%, and still be within Kelly Criterion. So all we're doing is skipping the step of a stop loss. So if my stop loss wants to be 1%, I can use 1% of my portfolio. Now, if my stop loss wants to be 2%, that now drops it to 50x. Because now the price would have to go up, 2% in order for me to lose 100% of my margin. So effectively a 2% stop loss. But my total risk from the portfolio is still 1%, even though my stop loss is 2. So leverage is a tool. Don't ever question leverage unless you have all the numbers beside it. Only you can look at your total account value and determine whether or not you're gambling. A good representation of that, let's say you had $1,000 and your total position size was like 8,000. At that point, you're really gambling. It's okay to kind of double it or even, triple or quadruple it. But once you start going beyond that point, you're going into gambling territory. So, if you have $1,000 and your position size on a trade is 2K, 3K, or 4K, you are increasing your risk. But if you do so effectively, you should be fine. Let's see. Let's change this up. I'll just play it right moment. Said, hey Kite, what was 2025 like for you trading wise? Was it profitable and how much percentage? Not in USD, of course. I don't have my phone. We said it on stream maybe like a couple weeks ago. So it's definitely changed because now we're in even more profit. But this bull market was beautiful. Like every single thing that we did worked out. So although it was off to a rocky start, it finished beautifully. Like this ABC here, we had that one go up with us. We took the ABC short here. I don't know if we ended up resetting it. I think I might have reset it off of this one here. And then we had the ABC long with the take profit there. No, we actually ended up taking profit here. But everything carried through. There were so many good ABCs. And then finally we had the all-time ABC, which we had the big structure A to B to C. And then we had the C wave, which ended in an A to B to C. We took that short position at 124, and then we held it all the way down until about 94,000. And then we entered short again. We had another dump. And then right here, we have another short, which we reset the trade again. Everything has been working out fantastically. And if the local lows are anything to kind of consider, then it's going to get better. Because with the recent rejection off of the previous support turn resistance and the continuation pattern, I mean, it's pretty much locked in. I could eat my words. All right, if we get a massive pump and we get back above 74,000 and we hold it, then we can start talking differently. But as of right now, the target for the market would be about 53,000 at minimum. Then we would be looking for 50K. And then after 50K, we would be looking for 38,700. But the position on Sol, I'm sure there's other opportunities, and it seems a bit outrageous. Okay, when you break it down, someone that is a Sol lover is going to call you crazy, but we've seen that many times before with things like KDA. All right, that was KDA during the bull market, not during the bear market, but for example, KDA, it had a local low, and the thought process was, hey, there's no support underneath it. If we break that, then we're going to go to the next one. This happens every single bear market. All right, it's very easy to spot, and the people that ignore it or just don't want to admit it are the ones that lose out. But if we fall through $79, then the next local low would be $17.27. Okay, so that is a huge range to work with. And I mean, we've seen Sol plummet like that before. So now the only saving grace, like if you're a Sol guy, you know, I'll give you the opposite position. All right. Because both of them work. It's just right now, the only one that works is the short. But we have an A to a B to a C to the downside. And if we happen to get back above $95.28, that would confirm a long position. Now, could it happen? Of course, but I don't think it's very likely, considering where BTC's at. So BTC, with it having the potential to go down let's see. I mean, how many? That's what, 30% on BTC. Then is it calling for a 60% drop on an altcoin? Isn't too crazy in my eyes. I'm hoping to catch this wave, and then I'm hoping the dump follows afterwards. So that would be a nice little bit of profit as well. It'd actually be, I mean, obviously just because the percentages involved, it'd be way more than the Bitcoin trade, at least for the scalp. Let's see. If it went all the way down to 17, we'd be looking at 2,200. If we target something a little bit more reasonable, like the 50% mark, we'd be looking at 1,300, 1,400, which isn't too shabby. This thing's just blinking at me. It's dead. Just vaping it out of habit at this point. Out. What? I'm trying to log into something. For some reason, I'm not. All right, new backups. Okay. It's not working. Damn it. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I'm trying to get into one of my accounts, but without my phone, I can't use my Google Authenticator. For some reason, one of the backup codes is not working for me. It says invalid two-factor code, but it's not a two-factor code. It's a backup code. I guess I'll just have to wait. All right, there we go. Where's my phone? I left it in the back of my girlfriend's car this morning. So I like when she left, I was like, all right, let me go start cleaning the house and stuff. And then I was like, I'm gonna put on some music. I said, where's my phone? I went through the entire house. I even looked in the fridge. I didn't even go in the fridge this morning. And the entire time I'm just saying to myself, like, there's no way. There's no way. So I go upstairs, I log into the Find My iPhone app on my PC, and lo and behold, it was in her car. Which sucks, but it's no big deal. Just a day without your phone. Which this situation has made it very clear to me. I need to put my Google Authenticator on both my phones, not just one of them. But all right, I didn't plan on being here for too long. I guess my plans have changed, but I'm gonna go grab food. I've been sticking to my intermittent fasting to the T. Some days I actually stop eating a little bit before my window closes. You know, maybe I'm just driving or something. I don't get the chance, but we're chugging through. I was like 192, and over the last like 3 days, I'm down to 186. Which I think yesterday I ended up losing 1.5 pounds, because I think I came in at like a little bit above 187, and now I'm pretty much 186 exactly. So that's kind of crazy to me, because in the past I mean I was doing way more as well. I was doing 3-mile walks per day, 4-hour eating window. And then even when I was in my eating window, I still tried to drink mostly water. And even then, I was only losing like maybe 0.3 or 0.4 pounds a day. So to see 1.5 pounds come off in a single day, pretty wild. Not technically what I'm looking for, because if you lose weight too fast, your body like has a hard time adjusting. But I still like to see it come off. So number go down. Wow. Hopefully these numbers go up. But alrighty, everybody have a good day. Hopefully this little pump didn't scare you. Because we're coming from a much lower point as well. Last time that we talked, we were sitting up at like the $71 level. And then since then, we have dumped down all the way down to 65. So although we're pumping, we're nowhere close to where we were the other day. But all right, I'll see you guys hopefully over the next couple of days. I'll definitely have a little bit of time here and there to check in. And yeah, good profit. All right. I will see you soon. Go ahead and pick a song for the outro today. What we got? I played Futuristic this morning. I haven't listened to Futuristic in so long. So I didn't know which songs were what. I was looking for a particular feel. The first one I liked. Second one didn't really fit anything at the moment. I guess we'll just play this one. We played this one before. But all right, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. I'm probably gonna go get I don't know, maybe Chipotle, something close. I got work at 4, so don't have a whole lot of time. But all right, I'll see you soon. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Bye.
In the game, they know I did it first. It was a blur, I'm better than ever. Ask how I'm doing, never been better. If I'm a boomer, turn up the treble. This album, I'm reaching a whole nother level. Don't ever settle. I was complacent, I put me in Jason, and I should have never thought I was out of my prime before I ever touched it and moved on to different endeavors. Yeah. Now Hunter got me on kill mode. If I come to kick it, we winning. If it's 4th and inches, y'all punting the field goal. Y'all problem is y'all ain't got real goals. Y'all problem is chains, it ain't real gold. Y'all problems is if you don't work on yourself, then your wealth will always be real low. Still cold, cover my son's ears. I'm AZ's king and I ain't even from here. Moved to LA, said I already won here. I moved back, got a bunch of people to come here. And what's weird, I ain't show nothing but love here. Made a whole lane for the people to bump here. I built a platform for the people to learn from and kick down doors. It was always shut here. Yeah, but you gotta fall back sometime. Take a whole new path sometime. Know we all get mad sometime, I do. Yeah, spend my soul on the track sometime. Reminisce on the past sometime. Know we all relapse sometime, it's true. How are you? I'm just asking cause nobody asks me. I'm always busy, so I don't expect you to ever think it's going badly. Honestly, I don't know family. Honestly, I don't know how to be friends with nobody cause they always stab me or leave me to never hit back. I look in the mirror and question and head off to therapy sessions to find me the answers. The common denominator in the mirror, it appears that I must be the cancer. All of this pressure that's measured by money and fame, the things I obtain, try to remain the same. It's been in my frame when progress seems to be me going backwards. Yeah, every time that I better myself, somehow I hurt everyone else. My music is left on the shelf. I'm looking for things I ain't felt. I wonder if they exist. Sometimes I think it's a curse to be born with a gift. I don't know. It's like everyone hates me unless they can manipulate me. Unless they can get the version of me that they see in their dreams. It's a nightmare to be in my shadow when they wake. The separation from my own meditation calms the trees that used to shake. And without chaos, they break when I no longer relate. And because things are going great, there's not really a place, and misery loves company, so they come for me instead of come for me, because they see luxury, and those who could have stuck with me chose to run from me and throw dirt on my name. No matter how much money, time, heart, soul, resources, or food on their plate, somehow I made the mistake for wanting them to be great. And I'll take that blame like Akon, cause I know when my day's gone, my intent was always to be the best version of myself and help you see the true you and improve on the things that made you smile. I built house after house after house and watched it burn down and felt burnt out, but I learned now, peace within myself allows me to go unfazed. I choose happiness every day, and I hope tomorrow you do the same, for real.